I'm going to show you how you can follow up with a bridal lead list with highly targeted Facebook advertising for just pennies a day. Now for this, I've recruited our cat Henry Hudson Padavani's Facebook profile so that I can show you what it will probably look like for you if you haven't done this before. So the very first thing that you need to do when you are preparing to target ads on Facebook is that you need to prepare the list of emails that you got, the bridal show lead list or the bridal lead list that you have. So most likely the list you have is in an Excel spreadsheet or something like that. Well, you need to turn it into a CSV file. Here is my file of dummy emails. These are all brideorgroom@emailaddress.com, but we're going to pretend that these are the emails that you got from a bridal show. What you're going to do, this is in an Excel spreadsheet right now, is you're going to click on File, Save As, and save it as a CSV, delimited file. So just go ahead and save that to your desktop, and you should be all set. Now that we have our spreadsheet of emails converted to a CSV file, we're ready to move on to the next step. So make sure that you are using the Chrome browser. That's C-H-R-O-M-E. You want to use something called the Power Editor on Facebook, and it only works on Chrome. So if you do not have the Chrome browser, just go to Google and type in Chrome browser and download it and install it on your computer. So make sure you're using the Chrome browser, and then you want to go to your Ads Manager. If you've used Facebook ads in the past, you'll probably see it coming up under your favorites on the left. But if you haven't, like Henry Hudson here, he hasn't been running any Facebook ads lately. What you're going to do is just while you're logged into Facebook, just go up to the top and type in facebook.com/ads/manage/Power Editor. The other way to do this is just to type in Power Editor on Google and you'll find it that way. But there's the URL, hit enter, and it will take you to the Power Editor. Now the first thing you need to do when you're doing this for the very first time is download all of your accounts. So you're going to select the account you have and then download it. And what this is doing is it's taking any ads, any information, any pages that you have and sucking them into this editor so that we can make really cool targeted changes with them. Okay, now you've downloaded what you have inside of Facebook, and the next step is to upload your custom audience. So this is how we're going to upload those bridal lead list emails right into Facebook so that you can show ads just to those people. So here's how that works. You're going to click up here, the drop-down arrow, where it says Manage Pages, Manage Account Groups, and this number. And what you want to do is click on this number, which is your account number. And then from there, you have lots of different options, but what we're interested right now is audiences, and we're going to create an audience. So click on Create Audience and then Custom Audience. And then here's where it explains what you're doing, etc., etc. We're going to accept the terms. Audience name is going to be Henry Hudson Photo Leads. You can put a description if you'd like. And then the type we're going to upload is emails. You can also, as you can see, upload phone numbers or mobile advertiser IDs. But in this case, we're going to go with emails because it's a lead list. So click Choose File, and I've put it on my desktop. So I'm going to make sure I have all files showing and scroll down and find my dummy emails file that is a CSV. Here it is. Click on Open and click on Create. Now, right now, I'm getting an error because those were all fake emails, but when you do this, it's not going to give you an error. It's going to tell you how many of those emails are associated with Facebook accounts. So it will import generally about 70% of them, depending on the quality of your lead list. Once you've uploaded your custom audience, it takes anywhere from 1 hour to 24 hours for it to actually show up here. So you're going to have to wait for that, and you can come back and check for updates by clicking this button to see when your custom audience is ready. Now we're ready to move on to the next step. Old Facebook ads that run on the right-hand side of Facebook are really, really ineffective. In fact, you're lucky if you get 0.003% of people who see it to actually click on it or do something with it. New Facebook ads lets you put ads right into your target audience's newsfeed. And I'm sure you've seen this, it might be driving you nuts, but now there are ads right in your newsfeed, and that's what you're going to do to promote to these bridal lead lists. So to do that, you need to first create a post, what looks like a regular post on your page as your ad. So you're going to come up to this menu, click the drop down, and go to Manage Pages. And now we're going to create a post. You can create a post that actually shows up on your Facebook page, or you can create a post that you only use in ads. And that's what I'm going to do here. Just to show you that again, it's Create Post. And then you want to fill in this information. We're going to keep it on the link setting. And I've already created my ad. Here's my URL. We're going to advertise Henry Hudson's awesome photography services. Now remember what we told you about creating a very powerful, compelling ad. You're probably going to need to test out a couple different things to find out what actually works. So the URL goes here. The post text really looks like the description of a blog post. We want this to look like a blog post so more people will click on it. So I'm going to put my text in there, learn the 7 questions you must ask before hiring a photographer before your wedding, and then my headline, which just like when you see a blog post shared on Facebook, link headline. It's going to be the link that takes you right to this URL page. You could add a caption, description, and all of that, but I'm not going to right now because those are really the most important pieces. And then you want to upload an image. So I'm going to select an image from my computer. And let's see where I can find one. I have some hiding out here that are all ready for Facebook ads. Now, there are several things you have to consider with Facebook ad images. One of them is that you can't have too much text. The picture has to be fit certain guidelines. So here's a picture that I'm going to use in my ad. And then I'm going to create the post. Takes a moment to upload, and now see this little moon here? It means that this post is in the Power Editor only. It's not actually displayed on my Facebook page, which is what I want for this. If I click on it, it shows me what this ad is going to look like when it's being promoted in the news feed. Now, doesn't that look compelling? It's got a great picture. Looks like it's a don't hire a wedding photographer until you watch this video. It's very clickable, right? And here's the description. So that's exactly what it's going to look like. Once you have your ad set up, and you can set up as many of these as you'd like so that you can test out different variations, you are going to go to your number again, the number of your account, and you're going to create your ad. So when you create an ad, the first thing it's going to tell you is that you can't create an ad without a campaign. So we need to set up a campaign, and I'm going to just quickly create a campaign. This is going to be Henry Hudson photo. I want to do an auction campaign. Set your either a daily budget, which would be $10 per day, the maximum that you want to spend, or a lifetime budget. So I'm going to say that my lifetime budget is $100. You need a start and end date. So I'll start it today and end on New Year's Eve, 1 a.m. Okay. Once you have your campaign created, you can see this filter by campaign and click on your campaign, and now you can create an ad. So these are the steps, and we're going to just follow along with them. We're going to give our ad a name, Henry Hudson Photo 1. Now it's a good idea if you're running different ads against each other to give it a name that tells you what it is. Now we want to choose an objective. So what do we want to accomplish with this ad? Most likely you want to get people to click on your ad and visit your website so that you can capture that lead, right? In most cases, that's what you're doing. It doesn't really do you any good if they like your page or like your post if they're not going to turn into real leads. So I'm going to choose my goal is going to be clicks to website, and it will tell you what options you have. We want a page post linked to your website that's eligible for the news feed. That's what we want. Choose the Facebook page that you want to be advertising for. So that's who it's going to be posted by, Henry Hudson Photography in my case. If you have other pages, you want to select the one you want to be posting from. And you can select that post. Remember that one that we just created, that ad, that post that we're going to use as our ad. I'm going to select that. And you can see this is what it's going to look like here on the right. And I'm going to ignore that piece. Come down to placement. You're going to click on News Feed, Desktop and Mobile, so that it shows up in the News Feed. And I'm going to leave it all mobile devices. That's the first part. The second part is your audience. So now this is the fun part. This is where you want to choose who you are targeting your ad for. Now in our case, we're going to click on Advanced because we're going to use that custom audience that I created, that Henry Hudson photo leads. That's the audience that I want to target. And you can target it further if you want to. It's telling me here that this audience contains fewer than 1,000 people. And then you're going to come over to Optimization and Pricing. You want CPC, which is cost per click. And you might want to take a look at if it gives you any advice as far as how much you should spend. But in most cases, for you, you won't have to spend more than 50 cents per click. So that's what I'm going to set this at. And from there, we're all set. Once your ad is ready to go, what you want to do is click on Upload Changes, and it will upload your ads. Now it's telling me that I have errors because I have an issue with that custom audience. It was all fake emails. In your case, it's just going to upload, and then your ads will start running. Make sure that you remember to click on Upload Your Changes. Otherwise, everything you've done in the Power Editor is only in the editor until you click on Upload, and then it goes to your regular Ads Manager account on Facebook. And that's it. Your ad will start running, and you can check your ads either through the Facebook Ads Manager as normal or through the Power Editor anytime you like to see how many visits and clicks and leads you are getting.